Hi guys, and welcome to my channel Kernel of Creativity. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a DIY woven wall hanging out of some wool, and this DIY is just so cozy looking and bohemian, and yeah, I just really like it. So make sure to subscribe if you like this video and click that bell so that you're notified when I upload new content. And yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into it.
For this DIY you will need something to wrap your loom around, some scissors and an assortment of wool. You want to start by tying the end of some plain wool around what you are using to hold the shape. I'm using a box lid. Then wrap wool round and round the box to make a loom. Make sure to evenly space out the threads as much as possible and keep wrapping around until you have filled up your lid. Next, you want to grab one of your wools and start to weave it in between all of the strands, going alternately under and over a wool strand. You want to do multiple rows doing this technique. And after you've done a few full rows, I started doing one less strand on the right to create a geometric triangle pattern each time. I then tied the ends up in a bow and moved on to my next wool, which was a fluffy shaggy one. For this I used the same weaving technique, this time doing one more strand each time, and I started from the right hand side going left this time. And this was to create that triangle pattern. Once I'd done that, I then tied the strands in a bow on the edge again. And for the next technique I took 3 long strands of plain white wool and threaded the outermost strand into the middle of the 3 long pieces before doubling it over so it essentially was folded in half but around the outermost strand, and knotting it in place. I then began plaiting the wool with 2 wool strands in each of the 3 sections, making sure to add the loom pieces into it as well, and by doing this I took the right length underneath the next strand of wool every 3rd move of the sections. So as you're moving the pieces of wool as you're plaiting, you want to make sure that a different piece of the plait is being wrapped around the bit of the loom each time to anchor it to the loom. And I did 3 rows of this pattern before switching to use the same wool again, but a different pattern. So the next pattern I chose was recreating the same weaving pattern at the top, but with this plain wool it does look quite different because obviously the top two wools that I used were quite shaggy and soft, whereas this is a more fine and, I don't know, more rigid, I guess, wool. So I just kept adding a strand each time with the direction going right to create the other half of the triangle slant. And then you want to take it off of your box lid and grab a stick or moulding or something to hang the woven wool art on before cutting the bottom loops. Then you want to periodically tie knots all the way along the bottom to create little tassels from the dangling ends of wool left over from the front and the back. Then simply hang and position as desired, and I actually also ended up pulling the bottom section slightly away from the plaited section just to create a break in the mass of wool, and I tucked my bows in underneath, and there we are.
Thanks for watching this video, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I had real fun making these things and just coming across different techniques to make different patterns in the wool was really quite fun, I found. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!